Alright, if you're tuning into this video, then you're ready to start Worm Wonders. And what we're working on here is just this whole division process. So on this paper, Worm Wonders, you're going to be dividing by 5s, by 3s, by 4s. I don't see any other numbers, so it might be helpful to go ahead and start by getting some graph paper and just making your T-chart so you're not having to repeat that multiple times for those numbers. So I'm going to start with 3s, and I'm going to make my top bottom chart for 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to count by 3s on the B side. So we have the number 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. I'm going to go ahead and move over kind of towards the middle and make one for the 4s. So we have our top and our bottom, and I'm going to title this the 4s, counting to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And skip counting by 4s over here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and 36. And one final column will be for the 5s. And even though most of us know our 5s, it's kind of nice sometimes to go ahead and have your 5s listed, because then you know what number goes where. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And counting by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Now that I've written all of those divisors out, it should make my solving process go much faster. So since I have this already written on my grid paper, I'm going to continue to use my grid paper to divide. Because it's easier for you to see on my grid paper, I'm going to go ahead and write in a marker, but you need to write in pencil only. So I'm going to start with the number A. And it looks like I have the number 550, and we're dividing by the number 5. So I'm going to be using this column here, and I'm going to cover, and I'm thinking to myself, how many groups of 5 are in the number 5? So when I go over here to the right, I see that I have one group. 1 is going to go on top. That's my dividing piece. 1 times 5 is going to give me 5. And 5 minus 5 is 0. I'm going to bring down my very next number, which is 5. And I'm going to start this process again. 5 divided by 5. Again, how many groups of 5 are in 5? 1. 1's going to go on top. And 1 times 5 is 5. And 5 minus 5 is going to give me 0. Bring down your final number, 0. And yes, we do need to finish this out, because if we don't, we might not find our answer. So we're starting this process again, and we ask ourselves, if we had 0, would we be able to circle a group of 5? And the answer is no. We would have 0 circles. And 0 groups of 5 is just 0. And you subtract that out, and you have nothing left over. So that's finishing the problem out, boys and girls. And notice, every time I have 3 digits, I should have a matching digit in my quotient. That helps me know that I've completed the problem. Now I'm going to go over. I'm going to write my answer. My answer is 110. I'm going to find my answer down here, and I'm going to put the letter T in the blank for 110. And if I had any other 110s, I would put that also. I'm going to continue this video for probably 2 more problems. We're really working on that process of just learning how to divide. So we have letter B, and I'm going to build my little house. And for B, we're taking the number 690, and we're dividing that by 3. So when I cover, I'm going to go to my 3's column, and I'm thinking to myself, if I had 6, how many groups of 3 could I circle? So I scan and get as close as I can get to 6, and that top number is going to be 2. 2 times 3 is 6, so we put 6 right underneath 6. 6 minus 6 is going to give you 0. And you're ready to bring down the next number. That next number is 9. We start that process all over again. How many groups of 3 will give you 9? So I'm going to be scanning until I get to the number 9. The number on top is 3. 3 goes on top. 3 times 3 is going to give me the answer 9. And 9 minus 9 is 0. I'm going to bring down my final 0. How many groups of 3 can I get if I have 0? Well, you can't get any. But we do have to finish it out with the number 0, because if we don't, then our answer would be 23. And 230 and 23 are totally different answers. So we have to make sure that we finish that out. And we put 0 here with nothing left over. My answer is 230. So I'm going to go back to my answer document. I'm going to write the answer 230 here. I'm going to look for 230 on the bottom. I see it here. And the letter that I'm going to write down will be the letter I. Looks like I have time to do one more. This time I'm going to do C. So I'm going to label that C right here. And I have the number 480 being divided by the number 4. So I'm going to cover, and I'm thinking to myself, how many groups of 4 are in the number 4? And when I scan, I get only 1. 1 goes on top. It's part of my quotient. I multiply one group of 4 to get 4. That happens to be my bottom number. 4 minus 4 is going to give you 0. 0 is less than 4, so we're ready to bring down the next number. The next number is 8, and we start that process over. How many groups of 4 will give you 8? So I'm searching. The top number is going to be 2. 2 is my next number in my quotient. 2 groups of 4 is going to give me 8. That's my bottom number. 8 minus 8 is going to give me 0. And finally, we have our 0 we have to bring down. And again, we do have to bring it down because we have another space we need to fill. How many groups of 4 are in 0? Well, there are 0 groups. 0 groups of 4 will give you 0, and 0 minus 0 is 0. Again, the answer 12 and 120 is totally different, so we do have to make sure that we fill that out and complete it. I'm going to write my answer back on my answer sheet. So my answer is 120. I'm going to scan for 120, and I see it here on the very bottom, and I'm going to put the letter E. I want you to try the rest of these on your own. You should be feeling some success because you have all of your T-charts that are needed. You should be working at an appropriate pace, and if you get stuck, please ask questions.